Every relationship hides a story, and every story carries pain. Welcome to Cheating Stories Insights, where truth bleeds through words. The moment the zipper slid open, everything went quiet. No voices, no movement, just the sterile hum of fluorescent lights and the faint rhythm of my own pulse. The officer's gloved hand froze mid-air. He exchanged a glance with his partner. Then both turned toward me. "Sir, can you step over here?" I didn't move. I couldn't. My eyes flicked to my wife. She was already crying. Too quickly, too rehearsed. I told him not to bring it," she stammered, trembling hands clutching her purse. "He said it was fine." I studied her. The way her lip quivered, how she looked down instead of at me. It wasn't fear. It was performance. The officer gestured again. "Sir, please." I took a step forward. Calm, controlled. My mind already dissecting the scene, the timing, the bag, the perfect setup. Then the officer's voice broke through the static. "There's contraband in here. Illegal. This isn't small." I turned to my wife. She looked up, mascara streaking down her face, and whispered, barely audible, "I'm sorry." But she wasn't. Not yet. It started weeks earlier. A message I wasn't supposed to see. Half a sentence on her phone. "Once he's gone, you'll be free." Free from what? From me, apparently. I didn't confront her. I just watched, observed, listened to the way her tone shifted when she answered unknown numbers, the secretive smiles she thought I didn't notice. Then there was the sudden interest in my business trips, the ones I used to take alone. She wanted to come this time, for a change. She insisted on packing my suitcase, said it was the least she could do after all my hard work. She smiled as she folded my shirts, tucking them perfectly between the layers. Too perfectly. I remember standing in the doorway, watching her hands move with careful precision, like someone placing pieces of a puzzle they already knew the ending to. Something was off. I didn't know what. Not yet. But I could feel it, like static electricity before lightning. So I waited, let her think she was winning. The flight was supposed to be our reconnection trip, a quiet escape to Bali. The night before we left, she couldn't sleep. Neither could I. I heard her whispering on the phone around 2 a.m. in the bathroom, the sound of running water to mask her voice. I recorded it, played it back later. After security, he'll be in custody before the gate. Every syllable sliced through me, calmly, surgically. By morning I had a plan. I repacked my own bag, quietly, carefully, checked every seam, every pocket. And that's when I found it, hidden beneath the lining. A sealed envelope taped to the base. Inside, a small plastic pouch of powder, not mine. My heartbeat slowed. She wasn't just leaving me. She was destroying me. I replaced the lining, sealed the bag, and waited for dawn. At breakfast, she smiled as if nothing was wrong. "Excited?" she asked. "Very," I said. And I was. Just not for the same reason. The airport was crowded. Families, couples, laughter echoing through the terminal. We checked in, passed security, or almost did. When the scanner beeped, I knew the moment had arrived. The officers came, calm, professional, almost bored. Then they saw the tag on my luggage. Her eyes flicked toward me, that same subtle smirk, the one she couldn't quite hide. "It's his," she said when they asked. Her voice cracked just enough to sound believable. They opened the bag, found the pouch. Silence. My heart didn't race. My breathing didn't change. I was past panic. Because I had switched the lining 2 hours before. Her bag, her perfect designer carry-on, now held what mine once did. And she hadn't noticed. When the officer reached in and pulled out the plastic pouch, I saw her face pale before she even understood why. Her smirk vanished. "Wait," she said, voice shaking. "That's not mine." The officer frowned. You said this was his luggage, ma'am. Her denial came too late. They asked again, "Whose bag is this?" Her silence answered for her. They took us into a small security room. One table, 2 chairs, a mirrored wall. They questioned us separately. When it was my turn, I spoke clearly, calmly. "I understand what this looks like," I said, "but I think you'll find she was the one who packed the luggage. You can check the fingerprints." The officer nodded. "We already did." It was over faster than I expected. They escorted her out first, handcuffed, crying, pleading for me to help. She called my name like it still meant something. I didn't respond. I just watched her go. Later, one of the officers asked if I wanted to press further charges. I declined. "Just make sure she's on the next flight back," I said. He nodded. When I walked out into the terminal, the air felt cleaner. The noise of the crowd returned, distant, harmless, irrelevant. I'd been prepared for anger, for satisfaction, for triumph. But what I felt instead was nothing. A cold, hollow kind of peace. 3 weeks later, I got a letter from her attorney. Apologies, accusations, pleas for understanding. I burned it without reading. Her name no longer triggered emotion. It was just a sound from a past life. I changed my number, closed the joint accounts, sold the house. Every trace of her erased, neatly, efficiently. At night, I sometimes remember that moment at the checkpoint, the way she pointed at me, the quiet venom behind her smirk. But now, when I recall it, I smile. Because she was right about one thing. That luggage was mine, just not the one she thought. The real baggage was hers, and she's still carrying it. She tried to bury me with lies. Instead, she only packed her own downfall.